Wales over Fiji, 29 points to 17. It looked relatively comfortable there in the end, but boy, did Fiji come out of the blocks fast and firing on this one. They put Wales under all kinds of pressure, but Wales, being a quality side that they are, managed to live with it, and eventually, 29-17 was the final score. They've booked their seat in the knockout stages. Still not guaranteed that top spot mathematically, but in all likelihood, that's where they'll be. So, congratulations to Wales and all the Welsh fans on the good performance for Fiji. Yeah, really good. I mean, they ended up getting the man of the match in Radradra for this one, but just overall, not enough to win the game. But still, very threatening side, and you just kind of look back at that Uruguay result with a bit of regret as to how they might have performed in some other games if they'd got a different result there. But either way, that was the game. It was very entertaining overall. 4 yellow cards, so it was all going on in this game. It was a good one to round off the 3 games that were on today. So it started pretty quickly with a try to Fiji. Like I said, out of the blocks early. Tuisova down the right wing. He beats Adams. And Adams got a hat trick in this game, but he started a bit poorly. But he certainly played his way into the game. Alan Wynne-Jones said after the game that they did start slowly, and that included Adams. But Tuisova beats Adams. There's no disgrace in that. He beats lots of people. He beats Bigger. Navidi does get him into touch, but it's just slightly too late because he's already got the ball down. They missed the conversion, so it's 5-0 to Fiji. Wales almost hit back like immediately with a try to Navidi, but it gets chalked off because there's a knock on. It's Parks in the tackle, knocks the ball forward, so the try is ruled off. And the TMO made himself pretty busy, especially in this first half. Ben Skeen has liked to do that, and it was no different in this game. 7 minutes, Fiji get a try disallowed. Randra to Lomani, it's deemed to be a forward pass. But then from that resulting TMO look, Ken Owens gets yellow carded for tipping Vili Mata basically on his back. So Mata was coming, Owens tackled him and kind of tipped him up, so he flipped over and landed on his back. Some people will say red. I think it was yellow because of where he landed. If he had landed on his head, I think it would have been red, but because it was on his back, then I think that's partially the reason why he was just sent to the bin for 10 minutes. From there, Murimu Levalu gets a try. He kind of burst over the line, did really well to get through the defences. They missed the conversion again, but it's 10-0 to Fiji pretty early. Within 10 minutes, they're 10 points up, so great effort. Then, though, on 16 minutes, Thavubati gets a yellow card for Fiji. This is the second yellow card of 4 for this game. It's just basically putting a shoulder into the ruck. It probably happens more that we don't see in every game, but this one gets picked up by that eagle-eyed Ben Skeen. So he gets yellow carded, and then from there, Wales go on to score a try. So it's kind of a theme for both sides that someone gets carded, the other side scores a try. It was Adams, and it was from a cross kick from Bigger, so that puts Wales right back in it because it's 10-7. Bigger gets the conversion. 16 minutes, TMO has a look for Adams in the corner, but he does have a foot in touch before he gets the ball down. Boy, did they take a long time looking at that one. They could have dealt with that one in about half the time. If there's one issue that I think a lot of the fans have with the TMO getting involved with the game is how much it slows things down. That one was a perfect example of how not to do it. It took them an age. I think it was clear to all of us pretty quickly that the foot was in touch and he just needed to tell the ref to move on, and I think we would have been a bit happier. Anyway, Fiji get another yellow card just on the half an hour mark. It's Kunatani, he gets yellow carded. Disappointing a little bit that the ref didn't communicate better with the players, but there's no warning. It's just straight to the bin for Fiji conceding too many penalties in defence. And then Adams gets his second try on 31 minutes after a large period of possession, to be fair. It's on the left wing. It's converted. It's a great conversion, and it's 14-10. So Wales into the lead for the first time in the game. 38 minutes, Fiji go about 10 plus phases. They're starting to put the pressure on, but there's a forward pass, so it all comes to nothing, and that is the score at halftime, 14-10 with Wales in front. The halftime stats, Wales with more run meters, 210 to 169 for Fiji, but Fiji with more possession with 55%, and Wales with more territory at 52. So pretty interesting game in that it wasn't one side really dominating the other. Fiji, though, had the better tackling percentage with 83, Wales at 76, and it's one thing that Wales are kind of known for, it's their defence, but then you're up against Fiji, who's known for their attack, so both sides kind of putting in good efforts in both areas. Second half, Fiji once again come out of the blocks. They seem fired up and they're ready to get themselves back in the game. James Davis, there's so many Davises in the team. He gets yellow carded for basically just lying all over the ball at a ruck. Again, there's not much communication from the ref. It's just straight to yellow. So he was consistent, I guess, for both sides. And then from the resulting play, Fiji, kick the ball to touch. They get a maul, and from the maul they earn a penalty try because it's collapsed at the maul. So yeah, Fiji go back in front. It's 17-14. Fiji didn't kick any of their kicks in this game, but they did get the automatic 2 for the penalty try. So 17-14, Fiji in front, but that's the last of the scoring from Fiji. 55 minutes. Dan Bigger gets taken out with a shoulder to the head from an aerial ball, but it's his own man. It's Liam Williams who's the guy who took him out. They didn't communicate with each other very well. They both went for the ball, and Williams ended up taking out Bigger, so hopefully Bigger's all right. He looked out cold. It looked very serious, but eventually he gets back up and he runs off the field under his own steam, so hopefully he goes through all the protocols and he's all good. He should sit the next game out, one would imagine, but I guess, the medical team will do their thing. It looked really nasty. It looked really bad, so hopefully he's all good. 58 minutes, Patrick kicks a penalty. He's only just come on for Bigger, who's gone off with the head knock. It's like a 45-metre penalty. It's while Wales have got a man in the bin. So either way, it's a good chance to kill the clock down a wee bit, but he slots the thing from 45 metres out. It's a great kick. So that puts the score at 17 apiece. So it's all even. And then 60 minutes, Jonathan Davis, he just glides through like he always does. He's running. Nobody seems to want to tackle him. He just runs that perfect line like he does. It makes it look so easy. With that break, and he passes to Adams with a great offload when he finally is tackled. And that one is the hat-trick try for Adams. So Wales back in front. They missed the conversion. It hits the post. It's 22-17. In 69 minutes, Liam Williams gets a try. This one's from Gareth Davis. He gets a fantastic little line break. He gets it to Liam Williams, and Liam Williams just canters over. So that's the final scoring play. It's 29-17. It should be said that Fiji don't give up. They keep running the ball at the Welsh up until the full-time whistle. They don't stop for the whole time. They know they're going to lose the game. There's not enough time to win, but they just keep fighting. So it's a good effort from the Fijian guys, knowing that they're going home. But they certainly gave their fans something to cheer about in this game. And on another day, if they were playing a team who weren't as defensively capable as the Welsh, they would have cut teams to bits like they did with Georgia, because some of these guys were just phenomenal. The full-time stats, run meters 398 to Fiji's 441, so Fiji really upped their run meters in the second half. Possession was 60-40 to Fiji. Territory 57-43 to Fiji, so they really did push through in that second half, even if it was Wales getting 2 tries to Fiji's 1 in that second half. Tackling percentages, both sides were in the 70s. Wales 71, which is very low for them. Fiji 77, so Wales' attack was able to get a bit more pay in the second half. 2 yellow cards apiece. Penalties conceded 9 to Wales, 10 to Fiji, so pretty even. Individuals, Liam Williams had 146 run meters, which is phenomenal. Radradra had 140, so there was a big effort from both those guys. Williams had a bit from fullback, so some of those meters you kind of get for free, but Radradra got man of the match for a reason, because he really was just trucking the ball up. Liam Williams got a try. Radradra had a try assist. 7 defenders beaten for Radradra, 4 for Liam Williams. James Davis had 14 out of 15 tackles. He was the top guy for Wales. Kunatani had 8 from 8 for Fiji. He was the top guy for Fiji. Both of those guys got yellow cards. That kind of says something, I guess, for the positions they play in. But whew, good game. Good game. Too many cards, obviously, but that's just the way it ended up. I didn't end up spoiling the game in this case. I felt, I know some of the refereeing calls will be scrutinised and whatnot, but let's just all enjoy the fact that there were magic moments of rugby from rugby players in this game. Some great defence, some big hits, some really great offloads and attacking plays. It was a very entertaining watch. It's a shame that Fiji go out, but only 2 teams can make it through, and we will see how things line up with this pool with the remaining games. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on the game. We'll see what happens with Dan Bigger. Hopefully he's all good. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts, and I'm going to go to bed because it is after 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll see you guys again soon. See you later.